The Metro East Sports Podcast is proudly presented by Little Caesars Pizza, locally owned by lifelong 618 residents who are proud to serve our community. Home of the hot and ready pizza and 12-time world champions of value, Little Caesars makes game night, practice night, and family night easy. Check them out in Alton, Glen Carbon, Troy, Collinsville, Shiloh, or Granite City today.
Get ready for the award-winning #1 sports podcast on our side of the river. It's time for the Metro East Sports Podcast.
From the front office Wealth Strategies studio in beautiful, starting to look like fall, just maybe Edwardsville. Welcome to the Metro East Sports Podcast, talking all things sports in the Metro East. Season number 7, show number 29. It is flying by. Recorded Monday, August 24th, 2026. I am David Leip alongside Jack Grimm. Good to see you, Jack.
Thanks for having me back.
The Volleyball Guru, KP. Good to see you, Coach Paolo.
Good to see you, Coach.
And my friend, the camper. Good to see you, Matt Camp.
Always good to see you.
Big show tonight. Tonight's show, we're going to spend a lot of time on the high school report featuring KP's football notes from his game day at Althoff. We've got complete rankings for football, small schools, medium schools, and large schools. We've got volleyball talk with Jack Grimm, the most notable guy, volleyball guru in the area. That's who you are, right?
I guess
the
so,
man.
yeah.
He's
the man, the myth, and the legend.
And we've got our first ever soccer rankings for the year, the way too early soccer rankings. I've got a little committee together that came up with some soccer rankings. Camper.
Interesting.
I want to hear what you have to say about those.
All right.
And then we've got our first ever icon trophy and design moment of the week. We've got a big moment to talk about involving a young man from Triad High School. We've got Dawson Deathridge on the show to be our first ever icon athlete of the week, moment of the week provider, and he's coming with his quarterback at Triad, Cannon Sipe. They had a big win last week over Highland. We're going to break down all the football. Before we get to this stuff, I want to thank partners Cassens, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, Keller Williams Marquee, the Blasting Game Group, Integrity Spine and Joint Center, Front Office, Fiduciary Network, Oakbrook Golf Club, Play It Again Sports Edwardsville, Joe's Market Basket, Del Mar Mortgage, and Icon Trophies and Designs. And 3 things you can do to help the show. Number 1, subscribe to this podcast. It's free. You'll love it. Tell your friends about it. Number 2, follow us in all of our social media platforms on X, Facebook, and, of course, the Gram and YouTube. And number 3, if you have a story idea, email me, please, at mespdave@gmail.com. And don't forget, you can nominate your favorite team for Integrity Spine and Joint Center, Metro East Team of the Month. Could be a Park and Rec team, middle school team, high school team, you name it. To nominate a team for Team of the Month, send your suggestion to mespdave@gmail.com. Please put Team of the Month in the subject line. Okay. Segment number 1, the high school report presented by Joe's Market Basket. We're going to kick this off with the trivia question. Ready? I'm unveiling it. I got no help on this. Ready? And if you know the answer, you can raise your hand, but you can't say it. Triad volleyball coach, Jamie Parker. Where did she go to college? You think you know?
I think I know.
Don't say it.
I'm not going to.
No idea?
Don't know
I'll
that.
just say it off the air.
I don't have a clue.
No clue?
That's a good one.
I read a book by her coach.
This is why I
that's
think
cool.
I know it,
Yeah.
based off the coach.
Yep. I read a book by the coach. You think you know it? You don't know. All right. Send me an email.
Levi.
Send me an email, mespdave@gmail.com if you think you know where Jamie Parker went to college.
What if Jamie Parker emails back?
She wins.
Good for her.
If she gets it right. Only one winner. First person to tell me wins. First person to tell me correctly wins a free Little Caesars pizza from Alton, Glen Carbon, Troy, Collinsville, Shiloh, or Granite City. Fair? Show interns cannot win, Levi. Before you send me that email, you don't even know anyway. All right. Let's start with football. We'll get to volleyball next. All right, football. Where do you want to start, guys? How about those small school rankings?
I think that's a good start.
And we learned a lot in the first week.
Okay. Small school rankings. we had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams that moved up. And one of the reasons they moved up is because we took Althoff out of the rankings for small schools and put him into the medium-sized schools. Okay, coming in at number 11, Staunton, Bunker Hill at 11. Tied at 11, Dupo. At 10, Carlisle, first time being ranked. At 9, Piasaw, Southwestern. At 8, moving down 2 spots, Carrollton, after they were run over by Brown County.
That was a train wreck.
At 7, Westglen, up 2 spots from 9. Sparta, up 4 spots to 6 from 10. Redbud comes in at 5. Mater Dei drops 1 spot to 4. Calhoun wins 50-0 and drops from number 1 to number 3 in our rankings. That's unusual. You win 50-0 and you go down in our rankings. Brown County stayed number 2 by virtue of their 52-0 win over Carrollton. And Nashville moves up from number 6 to number 1. What do you think?
I think there's a bit of a difference between Class 2A and Class 1A still. It's not as large as when you look at the 3A, 4A schools, so 1A, 2A, but Nashville at 2A is still big. They got some big boys on the offensive line that can really spread out the defense for their running game, and that's a tough team down there. It's not anything on Brown County or Calhoun that they got, jumped over. It's just Nashville is a good team, and preseason rankings are hard to do. You don't have anything to go off of besides last year's video and maybe what you hear a coach talking about beforehand. But
in last year's record.
Yes.
Well, and the other thing is the way they rank these teams in the state of Illinois is just absurd to me. Talking to Coach Frazier, he thought he was going to be probably 4A this year and have 273 kids in the school. I get some of that, but, those rankings just kind of distort stuff.
And then where do you rank them? We move them up from small schools to medium schools.
Right.
Because we think that's
where they fit.
3A and 4A.
Right.
Well, we even see that in the large school side. I know we've had it before where Edwardsville's been ranked in 7A throughout the season, even by the AP, and then come playoff time, because of the way the playoffs are used and seeded, they're 8A or vice versa. So
that's crazy.
Teams move around all the time based on how many teams make, who makes the playoffs, not how many, but who makes it.
And as we spoke, now to get in the playoffs,
3 wins.
Three wins, and in some classes maybe 2 wins. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
So the biggest mover was Nashville. They beat Roxana 42-14, and Sparta moved up 4 spots from 10 to 6, and they beat Madison 48-6. And Madison may be a team that eventually gets some votes in our top 11 as well. Okay, let's go on to the medium. Let's go on to the medium schools. Okay, 13 teams received votes in our medium-sized football rankings. At number 13, Marquette. 12, down 2 spots, Greenville. Roxana fell from 5 down to 11. CM up 1 spot from 11 to 10. Highland down 2 spots from 7 to 9. Waterloo stays at 8. Vandalia goes up 2 from 9 to 7. Centralia is at 6, down 1 spot. Columbia down 1 spot from 4 to 5. And Althoff is at number 4. And that's a strange one because we moved them from small to medium. Partly after our conversation with Coach Frazier, where we thought, okay, this is probably going to be a 2A school. This is where they won state. And he said, nope, guarantee you we're not. So we thought, all right, we move you up. So you stick them in at 4. That bumps down Columbia and Centralia, which is tough. Freeburg stays at number 3. Cahokia stays at number 2. And Breeze Central stays at number 1. Breeze Central 41-20 over Effingham. Cahokia 40-0 over Springfield. And Freeburg beat Granite City 41-6. So
and I'm telling you that in this bracket, this mid-sized school, it's open season. I think these top 10 teams could make a battle anywhere.
I think it's deep all the way down through Highland. Highland is a team we heard a lot of good things about. Highland was in a tough game with Triad, their big rival, and I think they could make some noise in this category as well. And I think it's interesting that there were some teams that were ranked as low as 8th and as high as 3rd. And I think that team was Vandalia. Vandalia was a team that got a lot of love from one of our voters and got zero from another. So I think there's a lot to iron out in the medium schools.
Well, go ahead, Matt.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that voted the way it went for some of them, but I want to give some love to Marquette. Marquette's going to be a little bit dangerous this year. They have a running back in Croft, and 193 yards, 3 touchdowns. You add that to your backfield anytime, you get a little bit more dangerous. And they also have another kid, Deontay Longstreet, who's still there. So if they can get the defense going with Coach Eric Dickerson, Marquette could do some things.
And I think Vandalia's going to surprise us.
Well, and where is Althoff going to wind up? Althoff now in the medium schools is with Freeburg, Cahokia, and Breeze Central, and those are schools that are going to challenge them.
Well,
Althoff went from number 2 in the small schools to number 4 in the medium schools.
And Althoff plays Highland this week. They travel to Highland.
That'll be a big one.
Yep.
All right. Anything else about the medium schools? Anything else you want to say about those medium games, KP?
No, we're good.
Okay, large schools. Large school voting, and as one poster noted on our Facebook, that, what are there, 10 teams locally? And yes, there are 10 large schools locally. So, coming in at number 10, Granite City. Last week, they were also number 10. How do you differentiate between Alton and Granite City at this point?
I don't think you can.
I split my votes. Honestly, I'm pulling back the curtain just a little bit on that. But anyway, Alton stays at 9. Collinsville stays at 8. Triad still 7. West still 6. No movement in any of those schools. And then everybody shifts just a little bit except for number 1. West stays at 6. Muscuda goes from 4 to 5, down 1 spot. I guess they're penalized because their team
forfeit victory.
Decatur Eisenhower. That cost them 1 spot. Sorry. I can hear Scott Battis complaining about that. How does that happen?
His Facebook post was funny, though. He still posted the win. It was a 1-0 win.
That's what the IHSA says. It's a 1-0 win.
That's funny.
That's not his. Yeah, that is what it is. I think that's cheating, and it's got to be at least 2. You got to score at least a save. Anyway, O'Fallon up 1 spot. They lose in overtime to Quincy by 3, and they move up from 5 to 4. I guess the voters were impressed by that, at least a little bit. Edwardsville drops 1 spot from 2 to 3 after their tough loss to Kankakee, 28-7 at home. Belleville East moves up 1 spot from 3 to 2. They lost to Lincoln Way West, but I guess the voters felt like their loss was more impressive than Edwardsville's loss. And East St. Louis, surprise, surprise, after beating arguably the best team in the state. I mean,
that's who was picked number 1.
You took East Side.
Yep.
Of course, I took East Side. I never committed, but I'm gonna go on record and say that I would have.
And poor Levi took Mount
Carmel.
Levi
took Mount Carmel. Levi, do you have any words for the East St. Louis fans? No. No. Okay, you were just being the foil in this case. So in your heart, you thought East Side would win. Good, of course. All right. Well, East Side looked awesome. They carried off the Mount Carmel quarterback with a broken collarbone at halftime in an ambulance, and I wish the kid the best.
Oh, absolutely.
But I think this was East Side's moment.
It was, and they do it without their Auburn recruit running back, my son, Johnson Cook. He goes out before halftime. Ronnie Gomiller steps up. I finished the game with 16 carries, had 3 of his 4 touchdowns in the fourth quarter to help them seal it.
Yep. We'll talk about him a little bit later.
Yeah, huge game from him. I'm also going to say with Muscuda, I thought they handled the break perfectly because they played a scrimmage against themselves, and after talking to Coach Pickering following the loss of Kankakee at Edwardsville, Pick said the thing that helps about a scrimmage is you're able to get it on video. You can see the mistakes you made, and then you can correct it before you get into game action. Muscuda got that opportunity that really no one else in the state got for that opening week.
I wonder to what degree that's going to feel the same, though, because you're going up against these guys. I get what you're saying, though, too. Win is a win, and a loss is a loss, but a loss feels less devastating under the new format. I'm going to say that.
Very true.
Okay. Exactly.
Okay, KP, I know you've got some notes, but first I want to thank partner Cassens Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, the #1 place to purchase a vehicle in the Metro East. If you're in the market for a new or a pre-owned car, check out Cassens Inventory in person where they've been for nearly 30 years or online at Cassens.com. Cassens has earned the highest ratings for customer service. Their expert staff is committed to making your car buying experience enjoyable, including convenient on-site financing. I've purchased 5 vehicles there, including that beautiful Gladiator out there in the parking lot, and I will not purchase a vehicle anyplace else. With over 90 years of experience in the Metro East, Cassens is the clear-cut leader for quality, service, and customer satisfaction. Go see Steve, Cliff, Holly, Greg, Bob, Mike, or Evan today. And if you're looking to buy or sell a home in the Metro East on the Illinois or the Missouri side, please give our partners at Keller Williams Marquis, Jeb and Ginger Blasingame, the chance to serve you. They have offices in O'Fallon and Edwardsville with more than 165 agents. The Blasingames are a family-owned business that has helped over 11,000 families find just the right home. The Lipes are one of those families. Jeb and Ginger sold our house so fast because they're experts at staging and pricing, and they helped us find the perfect home, and they can do the same for you. No wonder they've been ranked in the top 10 real estate teams in North America. Give Jeb and Ginger Blasingame a call at 618-578-9276 or check them out online at blasinggamegroup.com. You will not be disappointed. All right, KP, what do you got?
I'm going to jump around. I did some comparison with some other ratings with the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. But we'll give a shout-out to East St. Louis. They weren't ranked last year in the nation. Now they're 23rd in the nation after their Mount Carmel win. Next week, they fly to Plantation, Florida to take on American Heritage, which I think is going to be a really good game. And then jumping down in the St. Louis, this is St. Louis Metro ranking. So this includes St. Louis and the Illinois side. We'll start out with the 1A. 1A, the St. Louis Post had Brown County ranked number 2, Calhoun ranked 4, and Camp Point ranked 5. So that's kind of similar to what we were talking about in our rankings. Interesting, in 3A, they had Vandalia, the only 3A school, number 9 on the Illinois rankings. On 4A, they came out with number 10, Centralia, number 7, Cahokia, and number 5, Breeze Central.
So no ranking of Althoff.
I apologize. I jumped ship here. Those were the Illinois state rankings for the St. Louis Post. Okay, I apologize. I flipped them.
Gotcha.
Okay. At 6A was East St. Louis. Althoff was honorable mention in the state rankings. I saw them down there. But going to the St. Louis Metro rankings, which was again interesting, in the small schools they did small and large. They had Freeburg number 10 in small. They had Cahokia coming in at number 5, and number 3, Breeze Central. And then the large schools, there was only 2. Belleville East was ranked 8, and then East St. Louis naturally was number 1.
Okay, so they're similar but not quite the same.
Not quite the same.
Okay.
And then what I kind of picked out some stat leaders for the week, and then I'll jump into talking about our high school football game day. But going through some stats of the week, we had passing leaders. Coming in third was Nigel Gooden from Cahokia. He was 14 for 15 with 210 yards and 3 TDs.
And we saw him play last year.
Yep, he was pretty solid. Then we had Luke Clover from Civic Memorial, 21 for 35, 347 yards and 3 TDs, which is a strong night. And then coming out number 1, and if I apologize, I butchered the name here, Jax Ohren from Highland. He was 22 for 42, 347 yards, 3 TDs, and 1 interception.
In a losing effort, the kid played great. The quarterback from Highland had an unbelievable week.
That was awesome. We jumped down to rushing. We had Cameron Dowell, which we kind of heard about a little bit last year from Cahokia. He had 7 carries for 134 yards, 19.1 yards per carry. We had Cortland Cox from Belleville West, 14 carries for 153 yards, 10.9 yards per carries. And then Jackson Lowell from Columbia, 24 carries for 238 yards, 9.9 carries.
24 carries. That's a lot.
Yep, absolutely. Scoring, we talked about this a little early from East St. Louis. Ronnie Gomiller from East St. Louis had 4 TDs. And then we throw a little defense in there. We had tackles leading for that week out of Highland, Anthony Beadle, 14 tackles in that triad game. That's a pretty strong defensive effort.
Does he lead the area?
Yes, he does. He leads the total area.
Last year, it was the kid from Cahokia, the middle linebacker, that was had leading the league in tackles.
Oh, he was incredible.
Yeah, Maison.
Maison.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he went to McHenry, I believe.
Is that where he's playing?
Nice.
Yep.
Good for him.
And then I would like to talk about this last Friday was our first of many more. We're doing high school football game day. Levi and I tramped down to Althoff Catholic High School in Belleville against their game against Collinsville Cahawks. We got there early. We got to experience the tailgate, which is awesome. They were lacking a few of their fans due to the Savannah Bananas were playing in St. Louis, so they were a little lack of attendance. But we got down there. We got to interview Coach Frazier right there during the when he did his talk to the alumni, and then we had our own interview a little bit later by himself, which was really good. But we'll talk about the game kind of quickly. The game started out, it was 14-0 the Crusaders. There was a fumble in their own territory where Althoff fumbled. Collinsville retained it and came back and scored. It was 14-14, and then the truck ran over the Cahawks. It was they ended up 53-20 final score. Just a couple of things.
Was it a truck that Stephen Brown was driving?
He drove the truck all day, and it's interesting. He went down with a bad ankle. Somewhere, you remember Levi? What? Yeah, it was cramping. Yeah, but he went out for like 3 or 4 plays. But at the end, when they were trying to run the clock out, he was just a workhorse. I mean, he was running every play. But anyway, Stephen, he had 3 TDs and 100 yards. And then for Collinsville, Lazarian Stewart had 2 TDs. But I want to give a shout-out to Althoff High School and Collinsville High School. They were really welcoming to us to the high school game day. Showed us a lot of love. It was pretty awesome. So,
and where's next week's high school game day?
Next week, we're looking to travel to Breeze Central, to Breeze, Illinois.
Ski country.
Yep, they're taking on Columbia, so that should be a heck of a matchup. So we'll be there early. We're going to hit their tailgates, Levi and I, and we're going to be ready to rock and roll.
That sounds like a fun time.
Can we pin Levi down for a prediction on East St. Louis and what's it called?
American Heritage.
American Heritage?
I've got American Heritage.
He's excited. Levi's excited this week.
I'm taking East Side.
Okay.
You're taking American Heritage.
Yes, I am.
Score.
35-27.
Okay. I'm going to say 42-17 Flyers. I'm on record.
Okay, I'm on record.
Coach Sunkett and his guys are going to go from 23 to 15 in the country.
Sorry, Coach. I'm just worried about the jet lag.
Nope. They know how to handle that. Flyers know how to handle that.
Which direction? Which way
They're
are
well
they flying?
flown.
East west.
They're going
South.
They're going south.
South.
They're going to Florida.
They're going to Florida.
You know where that
They'll
is?
be all right. They'll be all right.
No, they will be. I just had to throw that out there as my Achilles heel.
Okay. Any other games we're looking forward to this week?
We are going to look at, let me get down to my notes here. That's one of them, East St. Louis versus American Heritage. Waterloo at Freeburg. That'll be a good matchup.
That is a big one.
And we've already talked about Columbia.
Wait, I think it's Freeburg at Waterloo.
I'm sorry, Waterloo at Freeburg. Didn't I say that?
Oh, no, wait. It's 2 weeks that Columbia's at Waterloo, I'm pretty sure. Sorry about that.
Yeah, Waterloo's at Freeburg.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, that's all right. I thought I said that. Anyway, Columbia at Central, which we talked about.
Okay, so we're getting into some rivalries early, and we're going to find out a lot. We found out a lot to start with. I liked all the complaining about the preseason rankings, but those are preseason rankings.
Right.
You know, now we've seen a little bit, and we'll keep getting more accurate. And if you disagree, good.
And we got to give a shout out to all our followers and talking about our voting and et cetera. So appreciate all the feedback.
Yeah, if you've got some feedback, let it fly. We love it. Good stuff. Okay, before we get to our volleyball, I want to talk about Joe's Market Basket. It is your favorite Metro East family-owned grocery, landscaping, and garden center. All gardens begin at the basket along with any brick, stone, paver, gravel, tree planting, or retaining wall idea. Remember, they deliver. Joe's Market Basket is also a popular full-service grocery store offering a fresh selection of produce, everyday grocery items, a full-service deli and meat department, and a fantastic selection of liquor, wine, and beer. For great customer service, go see our friends at Joe's Market Basket in Godfrey, Edwardsville, or Troy or O'Fallon and get one of those delicious deli sandwiches if you're in Edwardsville, or check them out online at joesmarketbasket.com. Love the basket. Okay, let's talk volleyball.
Yeah, opening week.
How's it going?
It's going well. So I'm actually someone updated mid-match the Triad versus Freeburg game. Freeburg's up a set on Triad right now. That should be a competitive match. So I'll be interested to see who comes out of that. But I think before we get into other matchups, I think we should go with our first rankings of the year.
Okay.
We have small school, big school, and inclusive. I start with small school.
Sure. I'm looking at it right now with you.
Fantastic. So coming in at number 10 for the small schools, more teams received votes, but I'm just going to cut it at 10. Westglen came in at number 10. Father McGivney at number 9. Number 8 was Jabot. Number 7, Civic Memorial. Number 6, Maryville Christian. Number 5, Althoff. Number 4, Freeburg. Number 3, Central. Number 2, Redbud. And number 1, your defending state champs, Columbia.
Okay.
Wow.
And everything here makes sense. I think the top 5, the 2 through 5, are really interesting. We got a lot of different votes on those 4 in particular. Like, for example, I had Central at number 2, and I think I might have had Freeburg outside of my top 5. Oh, I didn't. I had him at number 4. But there's a lot of we'll see who kind of comes out on top. There's a lot to be proven this week. Central has a very, very busy week. They play Althoff tomorrow. They play Muscuda on Thursday, so they're going to show what they're made of. They probably have the busiest week this week. But yeah, I think this is a pretty good ranking.
Also receiving votes, Marquette, Staunton, and Oakville.
Yeah, 3 solid teams. I think Staunton is probably, I think all of those teams received votes from me. I think Staunton's a little overlooked. They are always very solid, and they're playing more in this area.
Yeah, we're going to see them down at the Roxana tournament this week. Opening matches were today and tomorrow, and then they'll wrap up on Saturday with all the bracket play. But Staunton's a team that could win that one.
Yeah, they're solid.
I think you need to have game day at a volleyball game.
We can do that.
Just saying.
We can do that.
Go to Muscuda's outdoor game when it happens this year.
Oh, my gosh.
That's when we got to do it. You got to send me that date.
It's been fogged out and rained out.
Fogged and rained, yeah. And this year it's going to happen. I think it's like September 17th.
All right.
I'll get you that info.
Awesome.
That would be fun.
And
we'll do it.
Oakville is really solid too. They're playing. I want to say they're playing Greenville right now, and I think they play Nashville later this week. So two solid matchups for them. Depending on how they do, I think they could easily climb up into the top 10.
Yeah. So I noticed Nashville is not on here.
I think they should be if they're included in the other rankings. Then yeah. Then I honestly, if Nashville was,
so is that a geographic omission?
Yeah, I think so. I think we had included, because last year we didn't include Oakville either. And then this year we did. And I don't think we included Redbud until like midway through the year when they were coming into the Metro East and beating a lot of teams.
And let's pull back the curtain a little bit too, because we have some teams in our rankings, especially like our football rankings, that are not Metro East. We're the Metro East Sports Podcast, but we have extended our reach to Brown County.
Yeah.
And somebody said to me one time, hey, Calhoun's not really Metro East. I said, but they play
us.
They play Metro East teams.
Yeah.
And they're within an hour of downtown St. Louis.
Yep. It's weird to get up there to like Brussels and Harlem, but like it's there.
I mean, it's there. I mean, it's probably just as much Metro East as Nashville. Only the other direction.
We'll travel where we have to go to spread the word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's anyway. All right. Large schools?
Yeah, large school. It's a very finite. Everything was much more clear cut here. Coming at number 10 was Highland. Number 9 was Collinsville. 8, Triad. Number 7, Belleville West. Number 6, Edwardsville. Number 5, Waterloo. Number 3, O'Fallon. Or number 4, O'Fallon. Number 3, Mater Dei. Number 2, Belleville East, and unanimous number 1 as well, Muscuda. I don't think I said that. Columbia was unanimous. Muscuda was unanimous.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, just looking at that, it's going to be interesting. Edwards has won 11 straight Southwestern Conference championships, and this year you look at it, and in the gold division that it is, you've got Muscuda at number 1, Belleville East at number 2, O'Fallon at number 3, and then Edwardsville being the 4th team out of that division, and right behind them is Belleville West. And
Triad's in the 2nd division of that.
Yes, they're in the gold.
I'm looking at it. Yeah,
black division.
Black.
The highest vote that Edwardsville got was for 4th place, and then everybody else had them solidly at 5.
Huh.
That's going to be one heck of a division race to watch with all those teams.
Yes, it is.
So who's in the other division with Triad?
Alton, Granite City, Collinsville, East St. Louis.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's Muscuda and everybody else, like you've been saying for 3 weeks. So they've got the 0 on their back, the bullseye on their back.
They will get everybody's Super Bowl, and honestly, that is what they want. They want the best competition every week, and I think they are ready to play big games every night.
And volleyball to me is not like football because Muscuda could lose a game or two this year and still win state.
Yes.
And it's not unheard of. Whereas I don't think East St. Louis is going to will lose a game.
Right.
Maybe they will. But they play volleyball. You play so much more, and it's easier to pull an upset. Probably no.
Yeah, especially in Illinois where it's still 2 of 3 sets. Over in Missouri, you don't see as many crazy upsets being 3 of 5. Illinois is one of 2 states that is still holding on to best 2 of 3. Us in Connecticut.
Okay, everything's about time and money.
Yeah.
So why are we staying on best 2 out of 3? Because it's shorter? Because we play.
Refs don't want the long nights. That's what it is. They don't want to stay for the potential 3.5 hour, 4 hour matches.
Especially when you throw in JV. In some places like Modern Day, where you got to play your freshman first on the gym floor and then JV and then varsity.
What Missouri's had to do, they have to make a completely different freshman schedule. They're not even traveling on match days with the JV and varsity teams because it's impossible. The night would be 6 hours long, and no one wants that.
Oh, that's
be smart.
Killer.
Yeah. Well, so what? So you played a different time. Big deal.
Yep. And
why is that a big deal?
Missouri's been happy with it. I personally like the 3 of 5 format better. It's just more reflective of the better team. It's kind of like, why would you play one set in tennis?
And we play 2 out of 3.
Exactly.
And we play for the third set, we play a tiebreaker.
Yep.
So we don't play a full third set because I don't want to play all night.
Right.
I mean, I don't want to play 5 hours.
I do think 2 of 3 is a little abbreviated. But 3 of 5 does make the match night very complicated.
Is the point system still the same when you go 3 to 5?
Yep. Yes, it is.
So it's not rally scoring.
It is rally scoring. It's not side out scoring. That's what it used to be when you had to have serve.
Okay.
Yep.
It's rally scoring. Okay. To me, the warm up is excruciating.
You don't like the 20-minute warm up times?
It doesn't take 20 minutes to warm up for volleyball.
You know what's even crazier? The like NCAA, they have 60-minute warm up clocks, and each team has 30 minutes in 15-minute increments. It's crazy. Wow. So like teams are out there doing serve receive as a timed warm up, which is something you can do an hour before anybody shows up. It's a long process.
It's a long warm up.
Yes, it is.
The game I went to last year at Edwardsville High School against a team from St. Louis, it was.
And the players are
too long.
The players are like religious about it. Like they have to have and do all their things and go through all their rituals and everything like that.
Do you remember what it used to be? Because right now each team has a minute together. Then it's 6 minutes for each team. Do you remember what it was before that? It used to be a different format.
I think
that felt was even crazier than what it is now.
Yeah, so I think it was a continuous 15, and I think each team got 7 minutes, and then they shared a minute at the end for serving, which is a minute longer per team.
Yeah.
Okay, what are the games that are coming up that we have to keep an eye on?
Do you want to do inclusive first?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. So for our inclusives, coming in at number 10 is Belleville West. Number 9 is Edwardsville. Number 8 is Waterloo. Number 7 is Redbud. Number 6 is Central. Number 5 is O'Fallon. 4, Mater Dei. 3, Belleville East. 2, Columbia. And number 1, Muscuda.
The Indians.
They are good.
Yeah, the way you've written these rankings here, like
I could not figure out how to sort it.
You need to sort it.
Yeah, you see the filters up there, right? It didn't work. I don't know why. They just wouldn't sort.
There, done. I just sorted it for you.
It's not. Okay, it just flipped now. Maybe so. It's probably
I just did it for you.
It's the internet on my phone being like 4 seconds. I was too impatient.
Coach Life's the expert.
I'm so good at this technology stuff. Just let me do it for you. So yeah, well, Muscuda is killing it for you, and I think it's you got some small schools in there too, fighting for glory in the inclusive rankings.
I think Central is going to be really good. They took a set off of Muscuda in the summer. They play them again Thursday. Would love to see how that match goes. Big match I'm watching is Waterloo O'Fallon this Thursday. I would love to see if Waterloo. I talked about them being an underdog team and a team that loves upsetting people. I would love to see if they can get their season started off right against O'Fallon.
Where is that match?
I believe it's at O'Fallon.
At Milburn campus?
At Milburn because of the scoreboard that
issue.
Yeah.
They still haven't repaired that, huh?
10 weeks.
Holy cow.
They quoted 10 weeks on getting it all back.
I wonder who got fired on that deal.
I said I want to be a fly on the wall in that first meeting after hearing the screaming. It had to be.
I don't know if it was O'Fallon staff or scoreboard staff.
I believe it was not O'Fallon.
I think it was the contractors.
I've heard it was the contractors.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, crazy.
Somebody had a bad day.
Luckily, somebody didn't get hurt.
Yeah.
Very
Yes.
true.
Yeah. Well, Edwardsville had a deal with their floor last year.
Yeah,
So Fallon's got a deal with their floor this year. So
yeah, volleyball team won't play at home this year, basically.
And Milburn's a nice campus at least. At least they do have that there for them. And it's not bad for volleyball. I've been in there plenty of times to watch, usually boys.
The boys postseason always ends up there.
Yes. Good atmosphere.
Yeah.
that's a drag for those kids.
It does stink.
Because you watch the video and I don't know, it's kind of funny and it's super sad. You know, it's super sad. And then you think about, like, you don't really think when you watch the video, well, there's a lot of seniors that aren't going to get to play home games, and that's sad. I feel bad for them.
Yep.
So, anyway, good luck, O'Fallon. Hope you that's just a tough situation for everybody. So, anyway, all right. Okay.
Another big match I'm watching, kind of more of a litmus test for Althoff, but Central plays Althoff tomorrow night. I think Central is going to probably easily win that game. But at the same exact time, you know, it's still kind of a proving ground for Althoff, new coach, a new cast of characters. They Gabby Orlett's a couple years removed now. Reese Disler's out of the building now, so they have a new opportunity for new faces to show up and be playmakers for them. And they're going up against a very, very tough Bree Central team, returning 2 national club champions from Brooke Clace's Blue Steel team. So they're going to be solid.
Yeah, they're going to be good.
Sounds like a pretty good Gateway Metro Conference this year with Althoff, Maryville Christian, and Father McGivney.
Yeah, Maryville Christian's going to be really good this year. Ella Harrison's in her senior year. She's plays on a competitive club team, played around high-level competition, so she's going to be leading the floor for them. Kinsley Ballard is a junior there, too. She's also a great volleyball player. They have some good pieces, and I think I mentioned them a couple weeks ago being one of those small school thorn-in-the-side teams, and I also called them to beat Althoff this year. Civic Memorial plays them on Thursday, so I guess I'll probably have more information on them after that.
You play Maryville Christian
on Thursday?
We play
Maryville Christian on Thursday. Yes, we do.
You excited?
Yeah, we're ready. We've been building our game plan last couple practices. We know who we want in each rotation and how we're going to play the game, and we're excited.
So there's a lot of game plan for each opponent?
Each opponent, each rotation. Yeah. I have a hitter I want primarily set in each rotation against certain matchups blocking-wise, and I put my best blockers against their best hitters in each rotation.
That's pretty common, right?
It depends. Some people like the athletes to just be athletes and go up there and make good plays. I trust the margins, though. You know, it's if you 25-23, 25-22, like those each point is a very important point in this game of volleyball because you need 25 to win.
Yep.
So if something's going to win me 1 point every 40 chances, I'm taking it.
You're starting that new adventure, Coach.
Absolutely.
Good luck.
Yep, good luck to you.
Man.
Thanks.
What else we got to talk about volleyball-wise? Does that cover it?
I think, that covers it. Again, this is a big wait-and-see week. I'm really excited. This is a good year for Metro East area volleyball. There's a lot of great teams, a lot of teams like getting all of their best players into their junior and senior seasons. And I think the Illinois side can go pound for pound with the Missouri side this year, where Missouri usually leads that conversation a little bit, but I think Illinois might be the better side this year. Except for maybe Lafayette. Lafayette's still the champion.
You do quite a bit of Illinois teams. Do they travel over there to try to get the better games going?
Absolutely. And actually, Modern Day is hosting a invitational this year that is all Catholic schools. And they're bringing St. Joe's over. They're bringing St. Pius X over. I think they might even be bringing St. Dominic might be coming, but a lot of the really solid private Catholic schools over from the other side, too, are coming over. So that should actually be a really good tournament this Saturday.
Sounds good. All right, Jack, thanks so much for your volleyball expertise. Okay, let's talk soccer. We've got some soccer rankings. Soccer really hasn't started. I'm counting this as kind of preseason.
This is the first week that soccer's going to get going. We already have some big matchups this week, but we'll talk about that after rankings.
Yeah. Okay. Small committee, but we have a committee, and let's do the small schools first. Coming in at number 9, Metro East Lutheran. 2 teams tied at 7, Maryville Christian and Jabot. At number 6, Roxana. 5, Mater Dei. 4, Marquette. 3, Freeburg. Number 2, McGivney. And number 1, Columbia. kind of what you expect in the small schools?
Yeah, not surprised at all. Columbia and McGivney are going to be your two teams to beat this year. Columbia, of course, defending Class 1A state champion. They beat Father McGivney last year in the sectional championship at Father McGivney. So until you knock off the defending state champs, it's hard not to have them your number one team.
But those are going to be the two teams that we keep an eye on primarily. I mean, there's a lot of good teams. I think Marquette is going to have something to say. I think Mater Dei is going to have something to say. And you never know in soccer, man. You get one bounce, you get one goal, and then you park the bus, and then
and some teams
upset.
Are very good defensively.
Yes. Any good goalies? I wonder. I don't know anything about the goalies in that division.
Patrick Gear at Father McGivney, he's going to be in his 4th year starting, so he'll be a big-time goalie. Columbia always has someone. I believe he may even be returning from last year.
Okay.
I know they were pretty loaded.
Okay. All right, large school rankings. At number 10, Alton, tied for 8th. Granite City and Mascoutah at 7, Belleville East. 6, Belleville West. 5, Waterloo. 4, Collinsville. 3, Triad, 2, O'Fallon, and number 1, Edwardsville. It could go anyway. I mean, there's a bunch of teams.
Top 3-4 teams are also even, and Edwardsville's going to be a little bit different this year with Josh Boyd in charge because over the last 25-plus seasons, Coach Heiderscheid has been that defensive-minded guy to where talking to Josh this year, it's going to be, we are going to outscore you. It's not going to be 1-0, 2-1. It may be 5-3. He is really relying on the attack. O'Fallon, I mean, have always been so fundamentally good. You can never count them out. Triad, same as them. Collinsville's always a dark horse. They have so many great kids that come through that program, and Coach Lugie does such a great job with them.
He's a great coach.
He is, yeah. And Belleville West is the same way. I know they're they're 6th, they're after Waterloo, but they're so good too, I think, every year. They're always that spoiler that you can never overlook.
Man, how's that new conference set up work for soccer?
So it is all together. Since East St. Louis does not have a team, you have 9 teams together. They all play each other once.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So it's going to be a loaded conference of, you have Edwardsville, O'Fallon, and, of course, Triad West battling for that top spot.
Okay, well, those are the preseason-ish soccer rankings until we've even really played a game. Most of those teams have not played a game yet. Edwardsville opens
Today's
up.
the opening day.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I know Father McGivney goes to Springfield Sacred Heart Griffin. That'll be a pretty big game for them early. Edwardsville goes to Highland. Edwardsville and Father McGivney play each other Thursday night at Father McGivney. So that'll be an interesting one. First boys soccer game between those two programs.
That'll be good. That'll be really good to see.
That's Thursday?
Thursday night.
Thursday night. Okay, guys. Thanks for all your work on the high school report. Anything else we gotta throw out there before we get on with things?
I think we got it all covered.
All right. Thanks, folks, for listening to the high school report presented by Joe's Market Basket. Up next, we're going to talk Triad football with Dawson Deathridge and Cannon Sipe and the iconic moment of the week.